Make sure to stay until the end. It could be something super simple that most people will never think about that, and they will spend quite a bit of money when you can fix your problem with very minimal amount of money. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Life. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be super helpful video guys to any of you having a Fiat or Alfa Romeo guys, and if you have a problem where it does not crank, does not start, stay with us. We'll explain the top 5 reasons for that. Now, before we start, let me tell you a little bit about us guys. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. Why we do that? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Now, if you need to buy guys any parts, tools for your Fiat or Alfa Romeo and you want to save quite a bit of money, check out the link in the description of the video below. That's where we get all our tool supplies from, and you can save a ton of money. So we'll demonstrate on that Fiat guys, here 500 a bar, but why we mention Fiat Alfa Romeo, practically they're built by the same company, they're owned by Chrysler Corporation guys. You can see Chrysler logo right here. For instance, that Fiat engine, that's the 1.4 fire engine, has been used in 5-6 different models of Fiat vehicles and at least 4 Alfa Romeos I can think of. So what can cause the car not to crank? Okay. It could be guys multiple things now, but usually it will be something that will not send signal to the engine starter, or we have a bad engine starter. First thing that I'll start with will be guys checking the fuses and relays, and not just for the engine starter, check fuses and relays for ignition switch, immobilizer, powertrain, engine computer. Engine computer could be under ECU, ECM, PCM. Check all relays and fuses, because if you have one of those that's bad, let's say for ignition switch, it will not send signal to the engine starter and the car will not crank. That's one thing that most people forget about. Next guys, okay, if you have a manual transmission, that's something that most people never check. On the manual transmission you have a special switch right here on the clutch that detects if the clutch is pressed. So you can safely start the car. You know, you have to press the clutch to start the manual car. And if that switch quit working, it will not send signal from the ignition switch to the engine starter. After that, what you can have bad sometimes, okay, it could be a bad key. The immobilizer, we had a problem where we had a Fiat sit with a dead battery for a long time and the engine computer forgot about the key. So we had to program the key. Another case we had where the ignition switch was bad and it wasn't sending signal to the engine starter. How we can test immobilizer and ignition switch, we will have the video on the channel, but it's pretty simple. You turn it on and you have a person to check to see if the wire, the ignition wire on the engine starter is getting, okay, 12 volt supply. So what else can cause it? If you come underneath here now, okay, let us show you here underneath. Okay, perfect. Right here we have the engine starter guys. Okay, that's our engine starter right here. We have one big wire, that 12 volt wire is coming from the engine starter that attaches to that bolt right there, the copper bolt. You can see. And then on top guys you have one little wire that I cannot show you, but that little wire, what it does, it sends the signal from the ignition switch to activate the starter. And if that wire is loose or it came out, it will not send signal and it will not crank. So that wire, we had a problem where the wire was loose, wasn't communicating, so sometimes it was starting, sometimes it wasn't. In another case we had a problem where it was corroded guys, okay. We had to clean the connection and everything was good again. So check that as well. And of course it could be a bad engine starter. We'll have a video on the channel that will explain how to test engine starter. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.